What's up YouTube, Hero Rockmaster here, bringing you guys my Psy-Frame deck profile for June 2017. Now, the Psy-Frames I've actually completed. There are no proxies in here whatsoever. However, I'm lacking 2 Omega, but that's fine. You only need 1 because it recycles itself, but it's good having multiple. So, my new version of Psy-Frames, I like this version because it's really troll, and now we're in a meta based on different things. So we've got different things in the meta. We have monsters, we have spells, and we have traps. We have attacking, and we got summoning a lot. So this deck deals with all of that. So I'll just get straight in, explain to you. And if you're new to Psy-Frames, then I'm just going to explain a little bit on what they do. So you've got 3 Driver, the main card you want to have in your deck at all times. Otherwise, you can't do anything. So if your opponent takes all of these with a Cyber Dragon Infinity, which happened to me once, or they bottomless trap hole them, or they just get rid of them, so you can't use them, the deck's dead. However, there are ways to recover these. So 3 Psy-Frame drivers. Let's just put them this way. There. 3 Psy-Frame drivers. 2 Psy-Frame multi-threader. Now I'm running 2 because it's good to have in the grave because it counts as a drive while it's in the hand or in the grave. You can summon it from the grave if you summon a Psy-Frame gear monster or a Psy-Frame tuner monster. Also, if a Psy-Frame monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can discard this card instead. So you can stop a Meg from being destroyed by battle or card effect. You can stop anything from being destroyed by card effect. So this does help. Next, 3 Psy-Frame Gear Alpha. When your opponent summons a monster, you're allowed to summon this card with a driver as well, and you get to search any Psy-Frame card. So you can search the monsters, the spells, or the traps. Beta, when your opponent declares an attack, you can target the monster, destroy it. No, does it target? No, it doesn't target the monster. So you can destroy the attacking monster, end the battle phase, and you just get to summon a beta and a driver, and then you can pretty much synchro if you need to, if you have circuit. Now, the best card everyone's taking in, I don't think recently, but they were taking it a while back, like a month ago. Psy-Frame Gear Gamma, best thing against Ghost Dash, so you get your searches, you can banish stuff, summon from deck. So Gamma will be able to negate everything, well, all monster effects, so it gets rid of hand traps for you, which is awesome. Next, you have Psy-Frame Gear Delta, so this card negates spells, which is, what, like 50% of the meta? 50% of the cards in every deck are spells now, so Delta is really useful. And I run 2 Epsilon because you do see a few traps in decks. Also, it's got the highest attack, so if you need to pitch it off for a Psy-Frame circuit effect to bump up one of your Psy-Frame monsters to a bunch of attack, then there you go. Because it's like one of the this card and all these with the Psy-Frame circuit is like one way to out the masterpiece if it can't be destroyed by monster effect or by spell. Then card Ds to draw into everything you need. I don't run the wind-ups because I don't have them. I don't run the Senjus because you don't really need these Senjus because you've got card D. So I'm running 3 Psy-Frame Circuit. So this is the one this card that allows you to synchro during your opponent's turn. And then the other effect no one else really uses. So if a Psy-Frame monster battles, you can discard a Psy-Frame monster and your battling monster gains attack equal to the discarded monster's attack. 3-potted duality, you don't summon during your turn, so you're always going to be able to activate this. 1 Psychic Field Zone. I would run 2 or maybe even 3, but 1's just enough for now. So this allows you to summon out Omegas with your banished Psy-Frame monsters. I would run Psychic Life Transfer as well, but I don't have it. Psychic Path allows you to add back your drivers if need be. And 1 Dark Hole just because you won't have monsters on the board when you activate it. For traps, you can have Psy-Frame Overload. So this card is so good. You can banish a Psy-Frame monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field to target a card on the field and banish it face down. So it's just any card on the field, banish it face down permanently. And during either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the grave, you can banish it to search a card. So this will allow you to search any Psy-Frame card from the grave when you banish it. So if your opponent gets rid of it, you get to plus. If they don't, you can still plus. Psy-Frame Accelerator. This card allows you to dodge stuff as well as allow you to summon out another Omega if you have a multi-threaded in the grave. Pay 500 life points, target a Psy-Frame monster you control, and banish it until your next standby phase. And the other effect is once per turn, if you have a face-up Psy-Frame card, once per turn, if another face-up Psy-Frame card you control leaves the field, you can special summon one Psy-Frame monster from your hand, so you summon a gear, and then you summon a multi-thread from grave. Then the troll card of the deck that you use with Omega, Rise to Full Height. Yes, I actually run this. This is key to the winning because you just stop your opponent from attacking, meaning you don't need the betas in your hand, so you can just attack on your turn and stop your opponent from attacking. And then one Psychic Overload to recycle all your stuff in grave. Now on for the extra deck, I run one Omega. I would run triple because it's an amazing card in Psy-Frames in general. You just get to add anything back from your deck to your, anything from your grave to your deck if it's in the grave, and put this back in the extra, and you can just keep banishing it to get rid of cards in your hand, in your opponent's hand. You also get to recycle back your Rise to Full Heights and your banished stuff back in the grave, which is why I run Psychic Overload, because you can put your drivers and... Let me just move my light. You can put back your drivers and all your other Psy-Frame gears back into the grave and then recycle them. So if you want to, you can run 2 or 3 of these if you want, or Jar of Avarice. Not the pot one, that's banned. Then 3 Zeta. I only run 3 because I got space in the extra, surprisingly enough. This just allows you to get rid of special summoned attack monsters, and it's also good just a standard level 7 to go into. 1 Black Rose to nuke the board, 1 Clear Wing. I mean, it is good. Like, if they've got a Masterpiece that can't be destroyed by spell or traps, you can always go Clear Wing and then stop them from activating Masterpiece. And it's just, again, generic monster you can summon. 1 Yazi, can't be targeted. Then 8's Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, and Stardust Dragon. So the only problems I have with the extras, I don't have enough Omegas, and I don't have Psychic Life Transfer, which banishes a Psychic monster in your graveyard so you can gain 1,200 life points. So I would run 2 Psychic Life Transfer and 3 Omega. I would also like to try some different level 8 Psychic monsters so that I could use with the Psychic Field Zone if I would put it up to 3. Those are my only regrets. But overall, I actually like the deck. The deck's pretty consistent overall. Getting all your pieces when you need. You have multiple ways to actually get to your cards. You have different outs to different cards. Like you've got Overload to deal with Masterpiece. You have Dark Hole to deal with Masterpiece. You have what is it? You have Gamma to deal with Masterpiece. And you have Circuit if you want to attack them to deal with Masterpiece. So that's really if you need to, but you do have outs with the deck that do help. And the deck is just, it's underrated, but it's not rogue. It's like tier 2. So it's okay, but I still like it. It's a fun troll deck if you really want to go for it, but it is kind of pricey because of the Omegas, and the extra deck can get kind of pricey. But this ends my deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. My next deck profile should either be Tramid Chronomalies. That's the tech I've included into my Chronomalies. Tramids, it's actually worked quite well. Or my Heroics, if I can get the cards for them. Otherwise, I'll have to proxy them, which I will be sorry for. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this has been Heroic Master, signing out. I hope you found this video mildly entertaining.